Hey, 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 how are you all doing? My name is Cami Pentecost, and I'm your Senior Vice President of Field Development, and I'm so excited because we have Lauren Cassimatis, Ambassador Nyman, with us today. And Lauren, I am so excited to be meeting with you like this again.
Yeah.
We did a live a few weeks ago, and I have literally been getting questions about how to make keto coffee cash ever since. I mean, honestly, when I think about the idea of making cash selling keto coffee, I think, oh my goodness, we got to talk to Lauren because she's the queen. So I want to unpack this topic a little bit more. And so you're the best to do that. I couldn't think of anybody else to do that with. So how are you doing today?
I'm great. Just super excited. I'm already thinking about my keto coffee tomorrow morning, I get
How
so
late in the day do
excited
you
about it.
drink your keto coffee? What's safe?
I drink it every day. I just drink it once a day, but
Okay.
I mean, pretty much since it came out, I've been pretty consistent with it every single day. I love it.
All right, so for everybody who missed our first live that we did together on how to make cash sharing keto coffee, can you tell them a little bit about how you got started with this? I mean, I want everyone to really understand what a huge thing this can be for their business.
Definitely. So I know that coffee is super popular. You see it everywhere. It's on social media, and I feel like it's almost like a fashion accessory. People are taking pictures and selfies with their coffee. And so when It Works came out with our keto coffee, I had just had my third son, and I realized, okay, I want to lose the baby weight, and I love coffee, so I'm just going to give this a go. I had really just kind of been introduced to coffee and had my own sugary creamer to make it just the way I wanted it, but I knew it wasn't healthy for me. So jumping into the keto coffee was just perfect timing. I mix it with my chocolate greens, and it tastes more like a hot cocoa. And I honestly just started drinking it every single day, documenting my personal results, showing how I make the coffee, how I stir it, how I mix it, and just sharing that on social media. And I found that every single day I did it, more and more people asked me, what is that? What's skinny coffee? How can I drink coffee and lose weight? What does it taste like? I just would be just completely infiltrated with questions. And I just was like, we're onto something here. So I just kept doing it every single day.
Well, I've noticed your business has been booming ever
Mhm.
since. So if you don't mind telling us, how much quick cash are you making on average each month with your keto coffee?
I can make anywhere between like 300 and 500. It just depends on how much I am, promoting the samples and offering it. But I'm really going through the same system every single day with sharing the coffee, trying to get loyal customers, obviously. And then for some reason, if they don't become a loyal customer, I'll offer the samples. But I mean, that's a lot of money to be bringing in each month just on the keto coffee alone. We know that can make we can make cash by selling these products, but by selling just individual, coffee packs, people want them and they're willing to pay a premium price because they know that it's not only just a regular Folgers coffee, it's going to be even more of a health product.
It's interesting. I was running errands today and I went in for an appointment, and the woman, she and I were talking, and she's like, what do you do? And I was like, oh, have you heard of It Works? And she's like, oh, I have. And then that kind of ended there. So we kept talking. And then I said, let me ask you, you said you've heard of It Works. Have you actually tried It Works? And she said, no, but I have friends on my social media streams that are using the product or sharing the product. And no, I've never tried it. I said, did you know we have like liquid collagen? You can drink collagen. And she was like, oh my goodness. She's like, I have been looking at several collagen products and I almost bought some last night. So I pulled out my sample and I gave it to her, and you can give a sample or you can sell a sample. And then I pulled out my Blitz card and I said, I know that you probably know us because of our wrap, but we have so much more than just our wrap. And I asked her if she had 5 minutes so we could sit down and talk about the products. And, it was great. And as she's looking at the card, she saw the keto coffee bag on it. And she's like, wait a minute, you guys do keto? And I said, yes. Do you know keto? And she goes, oh my goodness, I've been eating keto. I said, yeah, we have this coffee that comes with the MCT oil, the grass-fed butter, and it's got collagen in it too. I said, the more things you can get collagen in, the better. And she was just like asking tons of questions. And, it was interesting because I know that people drink coffee every single day, but does their coffee help them get skinny? Does their coffee help them be more focused? Does it have the MCT oil, the collagen, the grass-fed butter? I mean, what we have is so unique. It's so special. And if they're not ready to jump on board and be a customer or a distributor with us right out of the gate, by selling a few samples, it gives them the ability to try it, see how good it tastes, and they're gonna feel amazing just taking the product, you know?
I noticed that right away when I check back in with the people who have gotten a sample. So I don't sell them just individually. I mean, I would if somebody really only wanted one, but I sell them in sets of 5 because I know that if they're gonna use this product 5 times, they're gonna be hooked, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe the first time they didn't make it right. Maybe it was a little chunky. Maybe they didn't love the texture, but by day 2, they're like, oh yeah, I figured it out. Or day 3, they figured I'm gonna put it over ice. Or day 4, because it is a little bit different than regular coffee. And that's what I love about it, because I don't drink black coffee. I don't really like that bitter taste. So this is so different when people say to me, oh, I'm not really a coffee drinker, I don't think I'd like it. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Because this doesn't taste like regular coffee. It's like a buttery latte. And if you put in chocolate greens, it's like, hot cocoa. There's so many different ways you can mix it up. So that's why I just think this product is for everyone. Like you said, we hit all those hot topics right there with keto, with just coffee, collagen. It's just got all of these things that people want and are super interested in.
Okay, so before we get into exactly what you're doing, tell me on average, how many people a month would you say you're turning into a loyal customer or a distributor because you got them a sample of the keto coffee?
I would say like each month I'm getting 20 to 30 keto coffee customers in general. And I would say half of them are coming from samples in the past. Half of them are just going to jump right in and become customers. They're super excited. They've seen it everywhere. They've heard about it because it's becoming this like product that we're almost known for. It's just only been around for a year. And so they want to try it. So some just jump right in. Other people want to try it first in the sample. So it's about 50-50. I would say about 10 from the samples and then at least 10 from just social media.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. It really is. It's like bringing in so many customers, the most customers I've ever brought in my entire 4.5 years business. And I've just never had people, they love the products, but this is just like, it's almost like a craze.
So that is absolutely amazing. And I love that anybody can do this. So let's go ahead and teach them how they can be doing the same thing and teaching their newbies to do the same thing and make profit very quickly. I mean, one of the things I love about It Works is we've got this incredible compensation plan. So obviously you're going to make a monthly residual income, which means you're getting paid time and time again on efforts you did one time. And I love that obviously monthly income, but I know there are people joining It Works. They're like, I need to make money right out of the gate. And so the Keto Coffee Cash, just like we've always talked about and help people earn Wrap Cash, is such a great way to just quickly get their income up when they get started with us. So, all right, let's start with the first thing. How do you get people interested in keto coffee?
Okay, so first of all, I have to buy the keto coffee myself and start drinking it, using it, and loving it. So I make sure that I am mixing up my cup of keto coffee every single morning on social media. So whether it's on Facebook, maybe you go Facebook Live, maybe you're posting pictures or just regular posts on Facebook. But for me, every single day on Instagram stories, I am making sure that people are seeing me with my keto coffee in my hand. Maybe it's a boomerang, right? And it's just like, I'm kissing the coffee. Maybe I've got a funny filter on, right? Maybe I'm actually talking through step 1. This is what I do. I mix it in. I put, hot water, mix in the packet, stir it up. I just show step by step. Sometimes it's images of before and after pictures. I usually like to do all 3. Explain what it is, show what it does, and then always end it with a poll. Are you interested in trying your skinny coffee? Yes. Heck yes. Give me some. I want it now. 2 yes type responses. And then you're going to follow up with those people. But every single day you need to mix up those stories. Don't do the same thing. There's just so many ways to be creative with this coffee.
Well, and obviously you guys want to make sure that you're also doing other things on your Insta story besides just keto coffee. I mean, show yourself if you're a mom, show yourself if you're really into exercise, or, I watch people that just have like them drinking coffee at all these different places because they're way into coffee. So just make sure you're showing your holistic self in addition to sharing your keto coffee.
That's how I start each morning. So each morning I've got my story with the coffee just to show that consistency. But of course, the rest of my day is my life and not just only about keto coffee because I'm only having my 1 cup a day. So I start off like that, but it's the consistency that gets them. You know, they see you drinking it every day. They see your results. They hear you talking about it. You're showing pictures. And after they've watched it multiple times, we know that it takes people, 7 to 10 times before they're ready to actually buy it. That's the whole point of what we're doing here. I'm enjoying my coffee. Might as well take a few pictures, talk about it. And don't know who's watching your story for the very first time that day. So it's important that you're not just hit or miss here or there. You're doing it every single day. So that's why I get people interested, just consistent posting and talking about the benefits of this product.
So I will just say, I know you talked about the mild taste of it. I mean, the majority of people just absolutely love it. But if you are a coffee crazy person like me, and I'm a coffee snob is what I like to say. I like strong.
My husband is too.
So I actually, mix up my keto coffee and then I add like my Keurig to it. So I actually add coffee to it. So y'all could add a shot of espresso or actual coffee to it if you prefer it a little bit stronger. There is not a reason why everybody doesn't love this product. And you said it, you can do it hot, you can do it cold, you can add cinnamon, you can add more cream, whatever it is that you want to order.
Oh yeah, they've got these skinny syrups that come in all different flavors, French vanilla, caramel latte, like you can just add a little bit and it's keto friendly, no carbs, no sugar. And I mean, there's just, like you said, there's no reason that someone's not going to love this. And gosh, get the chocolate greens, mix that in there. Like you said, splash of cream, so many ways to just love this coffee.
What a great upsell to throw the chocolate greens in there too.
Always.
All right. So once you know they're interested, whether it's from the poll, they've commented, heck yes, or I want to know more. What do you do first? Do you offer the loyal customer program? Do you offer the business? Do you say, listen, you can drink keto coffee and make money, or do you go to the samples? What does that conversation look like for you?
So for me, I'm usually saying something along the lines of, thanks for your interest in keto coffee. And it might be, thanks for voting on my poll about keto coffee. If someone hasn't voted, don't let that stop you. You can say, thanks for viewing my story about keto coffee. Or I noticed that you saw my story about keto coffee. Are you interested? I usually say, this is what it does, and give like 3 things. It burns fat. It helps with mental focus. Give a few features, and then always end with a question. Are you interested? So when they say, oh yes, I've seen this everywhere, tell me more. How can I get it? That's usually when I give pricing information. Just right off the bat, I want them to become a loyal customer. I'm not saying, do you want to try before you buy? I'm not offering samples first. I want to get them as a loyal customer so they can fall in love with this coffee. But if for some reason there's a snag in the conversation, they're like not sure they want to commit to whatever reason, I will then say, hey, I do have sample packs available, 5 for $20. Do you have PayPal or Venmo? And then the conversation can either, go right or left. And it usually goes, oh yeah, I'd rather try the samples first. I'm really picky about my coffee. I'm a coffee snob. It's usually those coffee snobs like you, Cammie. They really know what they like, and they know that they're picky. And so they want to try it first before they invest.
Okay, I got it. So you've got them interested. You sell 5 for $20. I did hear you say that. I noted that. And if it wholesale costs $39 for 15 packages, right?
Right.
You're making about $21 per bag, right?
And I always make sure that I buy the pack. So I'm getting my best discount because I'm buying 3, getting 1 free. And so I'm just making more profit. So of course you're going to make a profit when you buy 1, but you're going to make maximum profit when you buy that pack. So I always just buy the pack because I, of course, want to be making more, right?
Yeah.
You can do more depending on where you live. And there have been times where I've just like tried out to see, 5 for $25, and people to go for it. And sometimes they even want to do a mix and match with other products, and we can do collagen too. So you can mix and match and do 5 for $25. So definitely it's flexible. I tried out 5 for $20 first. That's where first I was doing a little bit less than that. And I realized, oh no, people are willing to pay. You want to cover your shipping. You want to make sure that you're making money on this because people are willing to pay for good coffee.
That's right. Okay. So, is there a special way you prepare the coffee? Because I'll be honest with you, with the MCT oil, the grass-fed butter, the texture is interesting if you don't do it right.
Yeah, so I bought one of those frothers from IKEA. And when I say I bought one of them, I went to IKEA and I bought 10 of them because I always want to have them on hand. You know, I'll give them out to my teammates. I'll give them out to little customers that have ordered with me for 6 months. I just like to have them on hand, right? So it's just a milk frother and it was $3. But before that, I was just mixing it with my fork. You know, you want to make sure that you get all the chunks out. I was making a little paste and adding water. But the key to this is to make a video for your customers. So when you send them the keto coffee, you want them to love it. You don't want them to run into any, chunky coffee. And we know that can sometimes happen. So show them a video of how you make it and how you like it. That they're going to right there have, a visualization of what to do and how to make it. So you're not running into any of those issues. Like I said, I like the frother, but I used a fork for like 5 months before I bought the frother. You could do anything. I've seen people do it in shaker bottles.
So it's interesting that you say that because I use the frother too, obviously, but I did not, I'll be honest, I'm total confessions right now of keto coffee is I did not enjoy it at all in the beginning. And I tried it a few ways, but just recently I found a way that I absolutely love it and I drink it every day now. And so I take heavy whipping cream and I mix the keto coffee with it and I just like mix it up. So you're right, it's like paste in the bottom of my mug. Then I sprinkle in some cinnamon and mix it up again so it's kind of like in with it. Then I add, like I put it in and do my Keurig coffee or my espresso and then I froth it and it is like divine. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so that's why I like them having 5 samples because then they can play around with it too. And each day it gets better. And most of my customers have said like day 1, it was good. Day 2, ooh, I really liked it like this. Day 3, I got a little creative. There's just so many ways you can do it. And that's why I love it too. Because I'm drinking this coffee every single day. I can kind of play around with it. Sometimes I put whipped cream top on, on it. I love it. It's exciting.
Well,
like a little barista at my house.
Well, and what I love about it is it's on the go.
Yeah.
It's on the go. So like last year when it first came out, I was in Africa. It was literally last year this time. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be lucky to get a shower, right? Like the part of Africa I was in, I was on a mission trip. That keto coffee saved me. And I just added water to it, but it was better than nothing,
Yeah.
So, all right. So now you've got samples in their hands. How are you following up with them? Because we know follow-up, the fortune is in the follow-up. So they bought your samples. What are you doing to follow up?
100% the fortune is in the follow-up. This is where people either are going to sign them as a loyal customer or distributor down the road, or they're not. A lot of times they'll come to me and say, I got my coffee. I love it. I want to buy it. But let's be honest, the majority of people are not, it's not their job to come to me, right? So I need to check in with them. You always want to make sure that you're writing down. This is actually, I write it down in my planner, who I sent it to. I have little checklists like, did they pay? Did I mail it out? Did I send them my video? Because I just want to make sure that I have done all of, my job. And then I will follow up with them. So I'll put a mark next to each of them that I follow up with. And I just say, hey lady, what did you think of the coffee? I'm looking for a few people that are going to try it out for at least 90 days. You'll get 40% off and track your results. Are you interested? That's just all I'll send to the whole list of 20 people that that had samples from the past few weeks or month. And I'll make sure that every single person gets followed up with. Now, if for some reason they don't order, they're just going on my regular Friday follow-up. Hey, I'm placing orders today, which was interesting, wondering if I could get your order in. Are you interested? Always asking that question at the end. And, you just keep following up until they sign. They're going to keep watching your videos and they're going to keep voting on your polls and they're going to see maybe a promotion or free shipping or whatever the before and after picture that looks like them. You just have to keep showing it.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay. So how are you okay, so now you're upgrading and upselling them. So how are you transitioning them from a sample to becoming a loyal customer or distributor? And you might have already mentioned that a little bit, but I want to really reiterate. I want to really focus in on this. Is there any special verbiage
to get them to sign up as a loyal customer or distributor? So when I follow up with them and I ask them, are you interested? And they say, yes, I'm interested. Then I'm going to tell them about the loyal customer program. But I always make sure to say, do you have friends? If they say, yes, I want to be a loyal customer, before I put in their information, right? Before we seal the deal on that loyal customer, I know they want to be one. I'll say, do you have any friends that like coffee as well? Would you like to make money doing this with me? And then people are like, sometimes they'll say, I want to try it first and get my own results. And a lot of times people are like, you know what? I do have a lot of friends that would like this product too. How can I make some money? And then you just kind of transition that conversation. Usually it's not just as fast as, sure, sign me up. But there's a conversation and it just keeps going. And that's a new person that you have on your hundreds list, a new person that's interested in the business as well. So many times they become loyal customers, and within a month, within 2 months, I mean, I already have had a couple people this month switch over from loyal customer to distributor, because once they taste it, once they start talking about it with their friends and realize other people want this too, they've got their hands on gold, they want to be a distributor. So I don't care if they sign up that day, the next month, in 3 months, in 10 months. I know that this coffee is just getting people hooked and it's getting people healthy, and they either want to keep using it or they want to make money with it.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because there's a couple things I was thinking right there is, a lot of times we talk about gathering customers and we talk about following up with our customers, but my question is, how many people are actually doing the follow-up? And I love the organization you just showed, because here's the deal. I mean, if they're using the product regularly, a simple follow-up would be something as simple as, I know you're loving the coffee. Do you want to keep drinking it, or do you want to make money while you're drinking it? You can upgrade them at any time, but if you're not following up and you're not building that relationship with your customer, guess what? Then chances are they may not. Now, we know 1 out of every 30 people, whether you ask them or not, are going to say to you, wait a minute, can I do this? But why wouldn't you increase the percentage of people that see the business side of this by actually, asking them about the business? And the answer is no if you don't ask. And so you might as well
even put that in your polls, in your Instagram story and in your polls. And when you're sharing your story and you're talking about how much you love this product and you're using it every day anyways, might as well share it with other people. It just really is so cohesive in the conversation. And I feel like so many people, since they're already drinking coffee, because sometimes people think, oh, I'm not sure if my friends would like that. Who would buy that? They know everybody wants to drink coffee, have more focus, have more energy, or lose weight. There's really not anybody that I know that doesn't fall into one of those areas. I mean, every single person, right?
And rarely do people not drink coffee. So we know we're talking to most of the world when we say, do drink coffee.
It's like the smartest product. When you guys came out with this, I was like, oh, this is like, it's genius. It's
oh my gosh. And here's the interesting thing is, it's actually cheaper than Starbucks. And it does all those other beneficial things for you,
And everybody says that too. They're like, oh, well, I'm already spending blah, blah, blah at Starbucks. And it's like less calories, no chemicals, it's all the junk that you have in there, all those additives. It's like, this is healthy for you and you're feeling great and it's delicious. It's like, and people are doing copycat recipes. It's just fun. I just think it's fun. And I've never had such great relationships with my customers because of coffee. People want to talk about it. They want to share how they're drinking it. They're taking pictures and they're advertising for me, for us, because they are showing their coffee and they were going to show it anyways. It's either going to be Starbucks or it's going to be Keto coffee.
Well, and if they're sharing it, why not make money while they share it, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So you said you're following up Fridays. I heard you say follow up Friday.
Yeah, I just have to be. I mean, you can follow up any day of the week, but I'm just a hot mess express, and I just like to have my follow up Fridays.
Well, you are a mom of 3, right? 3
Yes.
boys, so you're running around pretty ragged.
Right.
But that's the best part, is you can do this while you're chasing them around, and the keto coffee gives you the energy you need to go all day long.
Exactly. See, it all comes full circle.
Yeah. So, okay. How often are you following up if they don't upgrade right away? Is it just on Fridays, or how often are you following up?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the person, but a lot of times it's just on Fridays. Of course, if we have any promotion coming out, I'm keeping in contact with my leads. If they're on this list that they've gotten samples, like I actually am organized with that. So they're going to get a little bit more follow-up than maybe just somebody who's in my inbox. But I would say just once a week. I don't like to push anybody. I like to pull them in. So they're going to keep watching, and I'm okay if they're not ready for whatever reason. I know, and I'm very confident that they are going to join. I just have to do my job to keep sharing it. Keep following up.
Okay, so you're sharing testimonies on your Insta story, for example. Wouldn't you recommend that they should be sharing pictures of them actually mailing out samples, sharing pictures of how much money they're making? Because that, again, continues for the people that have been following you or have been engaging with you. Like, it just keeps that watering that seed that you've already planted, that there's money to be made here. There's a business opportunity here.
And it reminds people, if they're like, oh, I didn't respond. She messaged me and I forgot to respond, or I wanted that, but I didn't. She messaged me, but I didn't respond to it, or I forgot, or I was busy. It's that constant reminder of, oh yeah, I want that. Or, oh yeah, I want to sell that, or I want to make money doing that. So I'm always, anytime that I'm going to do samples, I'll do a quick boomerang of either my son who's with me in front of the post office with the envelopes, or I'll just say, start stocking your mailbox, Jenny, coffee's on its way, and just have a picture of the envelope, but always showing that. So people, one, they see, okay, she'll do samples. Two, so they're like, that's that reminder. And three, that they're thinking, this is a business that I could do too. It's
and
so
I love when you said, when we went live last time, that you're showing the amount of cash you're making, because that's like the real deal. And I remember one time when I was talking with a gal who was making a lot of wrap cash. She said every time her kids would ask for something, just like they want, Keto Cash is your personal ATM machine. You know what I mean?
It truly is. Like, this bag of coffee, I'm like, that's going to make me, at least $60 right here. One bag. That's just unbelievable. That can pay for holidays. That can pay for me to get my nails done. It can pay for daycare and diapers. Like, it's just unbelievable how we can turn this so easily. I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, there's another thing that's really working too, Cami. I post it in my stories. It's almost like a countdown of, let's say it could be sample packs. Maybe I've got 5 sample packs available, and I'll pre-package them up and lay them on my floor, take a picture, who wants them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as the orders come in, I'll put names in those slots. So it just keeps, again, coming up as a reminder. Anytime someone becomes a customer, I screenshot that and I say, thanks, Jenny. Put a heart around her name. Thanks, Jenny. Your coffee's coming. They have all these cute images and things that you can spruce it up and make it look nice. I don't spend tons of time, like, I'm not a graphic designer, making it look beautiful. I'm just showing people are buying this. People do want this. Yeah. And just keep putting it in my story.
So it's so funny because I know that often we talk about things that It Works has done for us. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, if you pulled in let's say you pulled in $180 this week in Keto Coffee Cash, it would be awesome to say, like, to show getting your nails done, maybe taking your girlfriend out for lunch or a new pair of jeans, and just say all of this paid for this week by Keto Coffee Cash. You know what I mean? To be able to show the value of the kind of money you're bringing in, just simply selling samples means a lot to the world. I know people have said date nights before, but I just think there's so much value when they can see visually what the Keto Coffee Cash is providing for them.
I love it. That's a great idea. I need to do that. I'll do it tomorrow.
All right. So any other tips that you found that have worked just extremely well for you when it comes to getting the word out there about keto coffee?
I think just keeping consistent. You just really have to make sure, like Cami said, you don't want to just post that. So I always make sure that if I have 3, 4, posts together, stringing together in my stories, then I make sure for the next couple of hours, I'm showing my family, and I'm showing my keto lunch, and I'm showing other parts of my life. So it's not just all It Works. Nobody wants to see that running advertisement. But when you're showing yourself drinking it, it's different. It's not selling it. It's not pushing it. It's sharing something that you love too. So it's falling in love with this product, using it, getting results, finding the best way that you love it, and just keep staying consistent with that. And I promise you, people are going to come to you, but remember that you can always go to them too. Just keep it up with that consistency, offering those limited spots, and doing the polls, doing the follow-up. You have to do the work, but everybody wants this coffee. You have to have that confidence in it and know that that's true. So it's like, you're going to sell it to them, or I'm going to sell it to them, right? So you just got to go offer it to everyone.
If you're not talking about it, they're going to hear it from me, right?
For sure. They are, because I'm not going to stop talking about it.
I'm so glad you talked about that personal, like, enthusiasm about it by using it yourself. Okay, there's 2 things. This just totally this is totally like random, so you can shoot it down or you can build upon it. But, I was thinking one poll could be, do you prefer your keto coffee hot or cold?
Oh, right? Yeah, I do that too.
And then what about like keto coffee recipes, keto coffee, best ways to make keto coffee, and like get your customers to like turn it in, share their favorites.
Okay, so when I'm doing my, when I'm just doing my follow-up, because I should be following up with my current customers. When we sign them up, it's not like we're done talking to them, right? So I'm checking in with them. How's it going? How are you liking your coffee? So whatever their responses are, I screenshot those and share them too. I ask, is it okay to share this? But they'll say, I'm down 6 pounds, or I had so much energy, or I've never felt better. I've saved this much money from Starbucks. Like they're coming to me with just all these great testimonies of how much they love this coffee. And so I shared that. And so people are seeing, oh my gosh, my customer's results. Oh my goodness, look at what this person thinks. And it's not just me sharing. And so when people ask, oh, what's the 90-day challenge? Or, why do I have to order it for 3 months in a row? I say, because I want your testimony to share with me, because people know I love the coffee. They want to know how other people love the coffee. They want to know about their results.
That makes total sense. Oh my gosh.
Great.
Lauren, I'm so excited. I mean,
well, thank you so much. And thank you for coming out with this product.
Well, if, just wait, because there's more where that came from. So I love this though. And, I will just say this here, if there, whether it's greens, whether it's collagen, whether it's keto energy, you can sell samples of our product as long as you include ingredient lists with it. Now, some of the product packaging has enough room that we put it on there for you. But if we don't put it on there for you, just make sure you include documentation of the ingredients and you can sell samples. So, and I love it because it's not like you're losing an arm and a leg giving away all these samples, because, they're like people want to pay money for them because they want to try it. So and
try those. You can try those combo packs too. Build your own pack. They can do 2 coffees, 2 collagens, and maybe 3 of the, energy sticks, whatever, greens. They can make their own bundle.
A wrap, keto coffee. You know what I mean? I love that. I've never heard anybody say something about the combo packages before. That's brilliant.
Yeah, people, you can offer that to them, or they'll see, can you throw this in? And sometimes I do for free too, Cami. If I have the energy pixie sticks and I just know that they're probably going to love it because I do, I'll just throw it in there. It's just, they're spending $20 on the coffee. I know they're going to like that, but let them try something else too. So if you have other things around, you can, but I always put in my Blitz card with my information on there. You want to make sure that if you're sending them this stuff, that they know how to reach you.
Well, okay. I love that. I thought we were ending. I just had one more.
I know. This is like a 2-hour-long Zoom about coffee.
Well, I love that. Number one, guys, you have to include your information. You have to include your information. But here's another thing. How about the next 5 people to message me for keto coffee samples? I'll include a free gift. And you could throw in a pixie stick or a collagen, especially if you're doing the get 5 for 25. That gives you a little bit more wiggle room. But even if you don't, the next 5 that order from me are going to get a free product or get a free gift. I don't know about you, but this one will do a lot of things.
Free sample.
Yeah.
Or I'll sometimes just show, like, what I got so excited. I got my new thing of pixie sticks, and I'm going to put, this in the next 5 that I make. And I do make them in bulk. So you're not just making them one by one. I'll sit out and I'll make 10 envelopes. So they're ready to go right to the post office as soon as somebody wants them.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Well, I love it because you can build your team. You can, bring in new loyal customers. And then obviously you can make cash when they're not ready to get started right away. So you've got lots of options. Obviously your mind has been just filled with tons of ways that you can take advantage of Keto Coffee Cash. And number one, getting off this, make your own personal video of you making keto coffee so that you can show people how to do it. People, when they see it, are much more likely to go, oh, all right, I want some of that too. So every single one of us should have a video of us making keto coffee, whether it's on our Insta story, whether we're putting it on social, or whether we're uploading it to YouTube. Minimally get that video made so you have that to use as you're building your business with keto coffee. Oh my gosh, thank you, Lauren, so much. I'm excited about it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Yay. All right, how do I stop this recording?